y'all, welcome to my channel. I'm Matt, this is Mark's Mods, and today guys we're going to be doing our U96 build. So we are going to do issue 20 of Build the U96. Now, you're going to be bear with me. I've had the bottom teeth out and I can't say my S's properly, which is hilariously funny at the moment for me, but yeah. We have got a big issue to do today. There is lots to do, lots of detail, and then we are going to be putting the torpedo tubes into the bow section of the U96. I'm not looking forward to this one because some people have said it's not the easiest thing to do in this build. So yeah, we'll just have to see when we get over to it and see what happens. But fingers crossed everything goes okay and that we don't have any problems. So let's get over to that now. So with all that said, let's get modelling. Okay guys, so issue 20, we are working on the bow bulkhead. Lots to do in this issue, I'm telling you now. So we've got some details to put on first of all. So if I bring over this piece here, and we've got some tiny little details to put in. So we need to put this detail in right somewhere up here. The instructions are not that good for this to actually show it in place, but I believe it's gonna go just over this bit here. So let's get some glue. I'm just gonna put it over the pegs. Like I said, it's just not right clear where things are going, and that doesn't feel like it's sticking to anything. Right, not a great start. Right, so I'm just looking at the instructions. I think that is definitely in the correct place. Okay, so with that in place, that's part E. Part A is going up here. Right, so it's going to go just here. It really doesn't help when the instructions are not clear at all. Or like me, they're a little bit washed out. Okay, so that's in place. Okay, and then lastly we've got G. And again, this is really hard. So it's going to go around here. I think it's got like a half moon shape on it. On one of the sides. Right. Right, I'm going to have to double check this guys because I just cannot see in these instructions at all how this is going on. So I'll be back in a sec.
A few moments later.
Okay, I'm back. So that goes in like that. It's like a little hammer. It's really hard to see. I'm not joking. The instructions are really unclear. Okay, now the next bits are a little bit clearer. We have now got a different colour. So we've got these valves and we need to put these on. So we've got a big one that's going to go at the hole just there. when it wants to go into place, like so. And then we've got a little one here, that's just going to go at the side of it. This looks small. Oh my word. Okay, this could be easier said than done. It's in. Wow, that was small. Right. Okay, so the next two bits to put in are these bits here. Now this is going to go on to, there's a hole here and a hole there, which this is going to fit into. It doesn't do that. Typical, isn't it? As soon as you put some glue on, it slips out your hand. Wanting to line up. It is in now. Okay, and then this brownish box is just going to go above it. Wrong way around. Okay, just like so. Right, so with them details in place, the next is, we're getting smaller and smaller here. We've got these. These are going to go into these 3 notches on here. May need tweezers again for this. Where are underneath. That's one in. Two in. Last one wants to be a little bit awkward, of course. We're not going where it needs to. Okay, that's it. Right. We've got some more small valves to put in. Our hand wheels. Grab the other one. Right, so these are going to go at the top, just here. So I think I'm going to get the smaller one in first, and then the bigger one. Right. So small one's going to go in there. Okay. And the larger one can go just next to it. Just like that. Okay. Right, moving on next. Next, we've got another two of the valves to put in. So we've got one that's just going to go at the top. Just here. Okay. And then this one is just going to go down onto here. We're getting us money's worth of gluing today. Okay, so that is now in place. Next we need is this little piece here. That's just going to go into the two holes just there. Quite a lot of detail on this bulkhead. Okay, that's in place. Right, so if I just move that to one side for a sec, because we need to bring this across that we previously worked on, because we've got this detail here to go on, and that's just going to go into the two holes just there. Okay, just like so. Right, so with that in place, we need to put that to one side, but we need to bring across this. So this is a forward mounting plate, and we've got this detail to put on first. This is going to fit in to here, like so, but we do need to glue this in, as it is a little bit loose. Okay. Then lastly, we have this detail here, and this is going to go into the top just up there. Just like that. Brilliant. Okay, so next is where this is going to get a little bit, yeah. So what we need to do is we need to bring our first torpedo tubes over that we worked on. And it says take torpedo tube assembly 1 and 3 parts. The wide pegs fit into the slot in the mounting plate showed by the curved arrow above. The two circle positions of the tubes fit into the notches in the mounting plate indicated by the two short arrows. So first of all we need to test fit this, so we're going to be putting this in like so, all the way down, and then we've got actually a little place at the top for these pipes to slot into. Okay, so that is in place. Okay, that's not looking too bad. It does say after test fitting, apply a little glue to the contact area and fix the torpedo tube assembly to the mounting plate as shown. So there's only really one area, which is this area just down here. So I'll bob some glue in there. And then as I push this in, I need to make sure these pipes line up with where they've got to go in and push home. Okay. Right, so now that's been done, we more or less need to repeat that on the other side. So push these through. And that's fit perfectly. I have no problems with that at all. Okay, so we'll glue that in. Now I'm not too bothered if these pipes come out. I don't go in, because you can, like I'm doing now, I'm just bending them to go in. Yeah, quite flexible. Right, they're in. Superb. Okay, what I am going to do is just at these points here, just make sure I apply a little more glue. I don't want this coming away when we fit it. I want that glue to fully dry as well. Okay, so I'm just going to put that to one side. I'm happy with all that. Next, we need to bring this bow compartment across, and also this that we've been working on. So here we go. And it wants us to line these two pieces up. So I'm going to go to the top camera for this one. So we're going to line these two pieces up, and then we need to secure it from the other side with 2 EP screws. So don't worry about that right now. I'm just trying to get an EP screw lined up on my screwdriver. So in there like that. It will go in. It's just a case of getting it in a position where you can hold it and get at least one screw in there. Okay, so that's in place. Right, so next what we need to do, we need to bring this across, because if we turn this over, we're fitting this onto this. And this is just gonna, we've got 2 things there that are gonna line up with these 2 here. Okay, and then we put 2 EP screws in from this side. So I really should have got an EP screw ready, but never mind. Okay. That's one in at least. This is the second. Okay, that's in place. Whew. Right. Next, what we need to do is we need to bring this bulkhead across on deck head, and we're going to be putting this in place. So this is just going to fit on somehow. Again, the pictures are not very clear on this one whatsoever. So it's going to go on like that, and then we use 2 EP screws to screw this in place. So far so good. That's what I didn't want to happen. That's one in from that side. And that's one in from that side. And then from this side, if we line the front of this up, we've got 2 EP screws to go into there. I'm not liking the way the torpedo tubes are not very straight. I might have to have a look at that after I've got these 2 screws in. I think they just come loose from this front plate. They shouldn't have done, really. Okay. Put enough glue in there. One seems to be alright, it's just one side just is off. Okay. Now this side just doesn't seem to have glued. As well as it should have done. I'm just making sure there's enough glue there. Then check the pipes on this side, which you can still access, and make sure they're slotted into place. Right, it's come out again. Right. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pause recording and let the glue settle on this, because it just keeps on popping out and I don't know why. And then once the glue is set, we can carry on to the next bit. So back in a sec.
A few moments later.
Okay, so I've got all that set now. I'm happy. It's still a little bit loose, but it'll be fine. Now, just before I turn the cameras on, I just test fitted this bit, which was quite a little bit difficult, but this was the torpedo storage. So that's actually in place. I just need to... Oh, it was. Famous last words, Matt. So, I was about to say I need to put a screw in. This was difficult enough to align up. So I'll try again. It is a bit of a nightmare to line up because you've got some tabs, you've got a screw hole, you've got a slot at the back, and then you need to make sure they go in there. It's gone in. Right, EP screw. So that's not going anywhere. So I'm just going to turn it round. Just slowly start the screw. There we go, it's going in. Even though it's knocked it out slightly, but that's fine, it'll grip it. Make sure everything's lined up. Believe it is. That's in there. Come out the front, don't matter. I'm going to try and get it in at the back, and it should slot in the front. Right, we're all lined up in the back, and we're slotted in at the front. Okay. Right, so with that in place, just checking the instructions. Right, so this is the bit I'm not looking forward to. So I'm just going to bring up my part work upgrade cushion. Here we go. And I'm going to bring the hull over. Okay. So everyone can see that? Yep. Right, so apart from this wire here, this wire, if I bring over the bit, this wire needs to go through underneath there. Okay. So that is fine. And then we need to start offering this up to go into it. Now I'm just noticing that this bit keeps on coming out down here, so what I might do is I might just bob some glue just on them pegs and get that in, because I don't want this coming off. The problem is I'm running out of glue as well. Well, not running out, I ain't got a lot left in my tray. So sorry about this if you're watching. Okay, just pop that in place. Right, so while that's setting, we need to make sure this wire passes underneath. Okay. And then these wires pass above. And then start offering this up. Where does it want that bottom wire to come out of? Let's have a look. So if we're looking at it from this way, it wants that bottom wire to actually come out at this side. So try and fish it out, and that wire comes out towards me. Okay. So now we need to get this through. Right, it's gone through a bit. It needs to go a little bit more. Yes, it does. Yeah, easier said than done on this one. Right, I'm going to come offline, guys. I'm going to try and get this in. So, back in a sec.
Eventually.
Okay, we are in. Whew. Not easy, but it's in, and I'm happy. So the last thing we need to do is just need to route these cables. Now, I've already put this one in place, which is M1. That wanted to go into place. And then we need, next we need M31. Which is it M31? Or is it M3? Because I've got M2, M. So I think it must be M1. Because I've got no other cable like that. So I wonder if that's a mistake in the magazine. Okay, so and then it says it wants the one red and one black. Ah, right. So yeah. So I believe it's the red wire first. Looking at the instructions, we'll do like a little bit of wire tie after a nice chunky issue to do. Even it does keep on coming out. Okay, that's the red one. Now the black one. Don't think it really matters which colour really. But I like to keep to the instructions, you know that. Okay, so that is all in place, and that is all there is to do in this issue. Wow, what an issue that was. Whew. Telling you now, that was not easy, but it's in. Just note this wire here does run along the bottom and comes out there. So that is all the wires in place. There's no ones out of place on this one. Everything is in, and wow, looking amazing. So that is issue 20, is it? I think it's 20. I've actually forgotten. Yes, it's issue 20 complete. Well guys, that is it for the U96. Thank you for tuning in. That was not an easy issue, I've got to admit. That really did challenge me quite a bit, but she's in and I am absolutely happy. It was the issue that I was dreading because I've heard many things about other bits going wrong and whatnot, but I'm happy that is all in place now and onwards and upwards for this model. Anyway guys, if you like this video, please could you give it a massive thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, please remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell and you'll be notified of any future videos. But as for always, stay safe and bye for now.